one correction there, I never wanted to be an actor growing up. I never imagined myself like that. So it does still feel very, very surreal. I'm not saying I haven't made any mistakes. Yes, I have, but I've learned from them. And I probably will make mistakes later on as well. But it's fine. You have to own it. You have to move on. I just have to realize that it's okay to be bad, you know, and it's fun and it's good to be bad sometimes. So other than that, no, not really. I think I'm a very instinctive actor, and once it was done, I can't tell you, I still feel so fresh in my head. The entire set gave me a standing ovation. Sanjay sir was on his feet and he was just so thrilled.
The light is more on her and less on me. All of these conversations, right?
You know, women don't do that, right?
Correct.
And whoever's probably started this rumor is a very disgruntled man.
Sonakshi, welcome to India today.
Thank you very much.
I'm so happy for you. I'm so thrilled for you. I absolutely enjoyed Faridan. And both the mother-daughter, both the characters, but I have my own biases towards Faridan because I felt that there is so much of a backstory to her. I felt for her. There is empathy. There is so much. First of all, how do you process a release day? I just want to know, on a release day, what is Sonakshi up to? Is she on her phone? Or are you one of those who will be like, you're going to a cave? I don't want to know about that.
I think I just take that day off to relax, because the release day ke pehle hamesha you're just running around for promotions mostly. It's very, very hectic. So on the day of release, I just want to chill. I want to vegetate, probably watch the thing. Like for Heeramandi, for example, most of you had seen it before because you all got screeners, but the cast had not seen anything. So I did a watch party at home with my friends and we saw all 8 episodes back to back. So that was what this release day looked like for me.
But tell me, when you see yourself on screen, you know, back in the day when you had your first release theatrical, when you go in theatre, you feel that adrenaline rush. Ki bhai sahab, I am on a 70mm screen, you know, all my childhood images, you manifested that, right? How does it feel? Do you still get that goosebump wala feeling that, okay, I'm actually doing this as a living, I'm enjoying this?
I'm very grateful for it because it's something that I love to do. But one correction there, I never wanted to be an actor growing up. I never imagined myself like that. So it does still feel very, very surreal, and only more so because I love what I do so much. I enjoy being in front of the camera. I enjoy being on a set. I enjoy playing different characters, roles, being a different person every day. I really enjoy that. So it's definitely surreal.
You know, Sanjay Leela Bhansali is somebody who is an institute of filmmaking. That man eats, sleeps, breathes his movies.
Yeah.
Right? If you sit with him, he's an encyclopedia of cinema and he's a treasure. If you spend time with him, it's like you take something back, right?
Absolutely.
I just want to understand, how did you process this? Just the fact that this role came to you, and then the hard work and you had to go the distance, right, to bring her alive on screen. How was that time?
An amazing experience. Just to sum it up, I think I was so grateful to Sanjay sir that he trusted me with this role and this character. He trusted me enough to sort of take that risk on me as a filmmaker, to portray me in a way that nobody has ever seen me before. I've never played a negative character like this in my entire career, and I've always wanted to, because it just shows your range as an actor. It gets you to do something different, and it really engages you. So I'm really thankful to him that he approached me with this role, and when he did, I jumped at it. I said I have to do this, and it was an amazing experience. I knew I've heard stories about how he works and how he is, and he's very demanding of his actors, but rightly so, because see the product that you get to see on screen, and every actor that has worked with him has always come out a better actor, I feel, and I think that's no different with me. So for him to show that kind of trust in me, and then when you go on set, I realized he's the kind of person who demands complete surrender from his actors, and I had to do that. Like, I'm anyway a director's actor, but like with him, it was just taking it 5 steps forward. So the act of completely surrendering is something that I learned from Sanjay sir. There was not even a bit of Sonakshi in the character that I played. It was all Faridan.
Yeah, it was all for you. I can tell that. Also, did you have to unlearn or undo something that you've been doing for a while on a set in this particular setup?
I just have to realize that it's okay to be bad, and it's fun and it's good to be bad sometimes. So other than that, no, not really. I think I'm a very instinctive actor. And Sanjay sir explains the whole characterization so beautifully. Like, he'll go really into the backstory, into the psyche of the character, and when he's talking about the character, he does it with so much passion and with so much fondness. Like, each and every character, whether it's right from the smallest to the largest, or like even if it's a junior artist's costume, what they're wearing in their feet, to the curtains, to the candle stand, he's involved with everything, and everything becomes a part of his vision.
Yeah.
And just to hear him speak about it is like watching a movie unfold in front of your eyes. So I was very happy to take direction from him because he just made it so easy.
No, I mean, nobody comes close for attention to detail as Sanjay Leela Bhansali.
Yeah.
And I have to speak about Tilasmi Bahe. That song, when it dropped, and that one shot that we saw, everybody was like, is this Sonakshi? You need to go back in time and like unwatch a couple of films and things, because it just felt so liberating.
Yeah.
It just felt so freeing.
Yeah.
It just felt like you were literally having a ball, and we got to see a side of yours which we've never seen.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that shoot, that day, that shot especially.
I really did have a ball. There was a lot of pressure, let me tell you that, because we had rehearsed for something for 2 days before we went to shoot the song, and sir kept 4 days aside just to shoot Tilasmi Bahe. We've reached set, we've started shooting, so till about 3 p.m. we were shooting the choreography that I had learnt, I had rehearsed for. At 3 o'clock, sir decides that mujhe ye nahi karna, I want to do something else. So he sits down on the chair, and then he starts calling 11AD, and they start dancing in front of him, and he said, let's see now what we can get from who. Everybody has a very different style of dancing. Let's see what we can make out of it. So he said, oh, this guy is dancing very nicely. See how he's moving his eyes, see how he's moving his hands. That rawness, with these are not trained dancers, they're all his ADs. And it was really fun. So I thought sir was just having a laugh about it, and we'll probably start shoot tomorrow. Cut to, he said, okay, अब यहाँ पर ना ये करेंगे, ये पार्ट जो इसने किया, यहाँ पर तुम जो अपना टेबल पे चढ़ के अपना जंगली डांस करती हो वो तो तुम एक्सपर्ट हो, तुम वो कर लेना, फिर नीचे उतर के यहाँ पर आ जाना, कुर्सी को पकड़ लेना, और ये लोग तुम्हारे हाथ पैर दबाएंगे, because Faridan is the queen of Khwabga, and like she's unabashed, and she's like, completely uninhibited, and then go and catch the hook step and all. So I was like, okay, great. He's like, और हम ये सब ना एक take में करेंगे. I'm like, what? And that is literally like the first time I was even hearing the song completely, because even when you're rehearsing right, like bits and pieces. So I had to learn the lyrics right there and then. We did about like maybe 1 or 2 rehearsals, and he said, chalo, ab take karte hain. And I've gone there, I've sat down over there on the bench, and that was the first sort of sequence in the song. And I was like, you know what? Forget who you are. Now you're just Faridan, and think of this as a gun to your head. You either perform or you die. Like, iske alawa kuch hai hi nahi. So I went with that, and I just gave it my everything. I said, just have fun with it, because it's most important to me to have fun with what I'm doing. Otherwise, if I don't enjoy what I'm doing, how will others enjoy it when they're watching it, right? That's been my motto since the beginning. So I just had fun with it, and once it was done, I can't tell you, I still feel so fresh in my head. The entire set gave me a standing ovation. Sanjay sir was on his feet, and he was just so thrilled, like, with that childlike excitement. That was the first time I had seen him like that, and it was such a pleasure. I felt so happy that day that I was able to kind of, get him to react like that. It was just really one of the best experiences in my entire career.
But you know what I also realized, Sonakshi, watching you in this is obviously one part where I felt that if a director gives an actor that space and has that confidence in him or her to just let that person do what he or she thinks is right at that particular point in time, you actually get magic. And then there are certain directors who you have to follow to the T. You work with all sorts of people, right? And it's so important for Sanjay Leela Bhansali to see you in this role, right? He must have seen you. Do you ever feel that, whether it's The Hard, again a terrific performance, now people are, going gaga over Heeramandi for all the right reasons. It's so important for producers, actors, writers, directors to also call those actors and tell them, bhai, I think you will be good at this. Or maybe come and do like a mock shoot test. Say, come for narration, you might not get it. When you look back at all of your roles, you feel that chances gained, chances lost?
I look back at everything as a learning experience, actually. In fact, I'm not saying I haven't made any mistakes. Yes, I have, but I've learned from them. and everybody who you work with teaches you something or the other. So I don't think of that as an opportunity lost at all. No matter what. So, and I probably will make mistakes later on as well. But it's fine. You have to own it. You have to move on, and you have to know that everything teaches you something. And I think that's what keeps me so engaged even now. Like even today when I go to a film set, I treat it like it's my first film. With that same sort of enthusiasm, with that same sort of, yearning to learn something new. And I love that. I love that my work teaches me so many things, and I enjoy being an actor.
And I also felt that even, when trade was writing you as, okay, she's getting back-to-back blockbuster, she's working with all these superstars, you were never in the rat race to sort of, I want to take that crown and everybody should write me in these words, right? You were doing your own thing.
Yeah.
While others were sort of maybe pitting you against another. You were very comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah, and I still am. And
where does that come from?
I don't know. I just think that comes from my upbringing and like my dad, seeing my dad through all his ups and downs, and like he completely changed his profession. At the peak of his career of being an actor, he moved into politics, and how he's handled that. And he's a very calm person. And I think I get that from him. So, and that confidence also I get from him. I believe in myself. I believe in my abilities as an actor. I know that I'm here to work and do good work. And I know I do it well. So I think it comes from that really. And I just want to be spoken about for my work. Anything else is, a byproduct of my profession, and I'm not interested in that. I just want to do good work.
Absolutely, and that has been the case with you.
Yeah.
Who's your sounding board? Like when the film doesn't work, or you feel that this gut instinct didn't pay off? You have a sounding board?
No, I don't actually. Like I said, you learn and you move on. By the time a film is released, whether it does well or doesn't do well, I've already moved on to doing my other project. And
so you detach easily is what you say?
I detach very easily actually, and I think it's worked very well for me. Otherwise, I'd keep getting bogged down by things, and I've already moved on to my next project, and I'm focusing on making that as best as I can. So it's a good mind space to be in.
Yeah, that's really a nice place to be in. Yeah. I can't not speak about women camaraderie and talk about Heeramandi, right? At a time when actresses on set can't coexist, right? Oh, she's got X number of scenes and I have so much. The light is more on her and less on me. All of these conversations, right?
Women don't do that, right?
Correct.
And whoever's probably started this rumor is a very disgruntled man. Yeah.
But all of these stereotypes that people want to push women actors in, right? And every time somebody asks a question like this to an actor who's a woman, who's a female actor, it annoys you. And then you watch Heeramandi, security, everybody is so damn good. How was it on set? I mean, how does that come in place?
It was amazing. It's been one of the best working experiences of my life. I mean, try and get a 6-hero film together and I challenge you. And see how easy this was for a filmmaker like Sanjay Leela Bhansali to get 6 heroines and present them in the way that he's presented them, to give them each their own importance in such a vast story. I think he's done it beautifully, and we all really enjoyed working with each other. We were there for each other. We supported each other because it's not an easy set to be on.
Correct.
And I think how we worked so beautifully with each other was because we all kind of surrendered to him and his vision. We all came together to execute one man's vision, and it was very harmonious. It was so nice.
Was your mom on set? And it's this very interesting story.
I also read something today, but मेरे कोई intimate scenes है ही नहीं.
Yeah, even I read that, and I was like, I watched it. I don't remember anything.
Yeah, no, the intimate scene तो है ही नहीं. I think it was that one scene where I'm tickling Ustad ji and he's running away from me. So I think Indesh ji थोड़ा शर्मा गए थे. He's a very sweet man. So yeah, my mom was on set that day. But she loves to come sometimes and watch me, and of course Sir is also very, very fond of her. He loves her cooking. And yeah, so she came on set on that one day, and I think Indesh ji was a bit uncomfortable.
But Sanjay also has these myths about him because there's no access to him. He's not on social media. He's a very, very private person.
Yeah.
Even interviews he rarely gives. But when you get access to him, then he's a storehouse of info.
Yeah.
Then there are these stories like, oh, he's angry, he'll throw a phone at you, and he's very like, he starts screaming. I mean, you want to set these records.
Rumors. But he is a taskmaster, yes, I won't deny that. But he deserves every bit of it because see the kind of work and magic that he creates, right? And if somebody does mess with his vision, I think it's his right to, make sure the work gets done. So I really enjoyed working with him, and he's someone who really appreciates talent. So he was very happy with me. I did also hear these rumors before I went to work with him, but I was very, very happy to work with him on set. Like, he can be really nurturing. When he sees that an actor is, delivering exactly what his vision is. So I'm blessed that I got to see that side of his.
Faridan is such a character, and it's like you want to spend a day with her because she's badass. At the same time, she's almost childlike in so many places.
Yeah.
Like when she gets to know that Malika Jan is being messed with by Cartwright, she also checks him and tells him, I never asked for you to do that extent.
Yeah.
And that innocence in her, right? If you had to meet her in real life in a parallel universe, what would you tell her? Would you hug her, or what would you sit with her?
I would love to sit with her and hear about her life. Yeah, I think she would be someone who's been through a lot of pain, been through a lot of heartbreak, been through a lot of experiences that have shaped her into the person that she did eventually become, So I would love to hear her stories. Yeah.
And you also get to play a mother and daughter role, okay? The joys of that are also immense. Because as an actor, how much fun do you get to do? Right? You'll actually are like clay, you get to mold yourself.
Yeah.
My favorite, like I said, is Faridan, but also Rihanna's role also is equally interesting. How was playing Rihanna like?
It was, again, a lot of fun. She was downright cruel.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably, and she was very dark. So I really did enjoy playing that because, again, as an actor, it gave me something very different to do and showcase my skills, So I thoroughly enjoyed playing her as well. Although she was definitely more elaborate and more, heavier than Faridan.
True.
So yeah, but it was a much lesser part than Faridan. So for those few days of shoot where I was Rihanna, I did feel a bit of darkness looming.
Yeah, and then you're on a Sanjay Leela set, so it's almost double.
Yeah.
If you had a choice to pick an item, an accessory, a costume or something and keep it with you from the series, what would it be?
I already have kept my Tilasmi Bahe sari.
Oh, you have?
I love it. I messaged the sir saying that, sir, this is so special. This song has become so special for me. And I always do keep a keepsake from all my films. So I've got, my one lehenga from Sadi Ke Falsa. I've got one sari from Dabang. Wow. So one costume I always keep as, just a memory and as a souvenir. And I asked him if I can keep this sari, and he said yes.
That's such a, I'm guessing that room is going to be a storehouse for
Yeah.
when you look back at it.
Yeah.
My final question to you is, your fans are so loyal and they've been consistent, right? They've always, every time there's a Sonakshi project that drops in, there is so much of excitement, curiosity. I had this really fun conversation about Lutere the other day. We were watching. Lutere.
Everyone calls it Lutere.
And all of us were sitting in the room and we were like, this is a film and a performance that a lot of people slept on. Now in retrospect, when we look at it, and I'm like, if it had to drop today, it perhaps would have got so much different attention, right? How did you move on from that? Because for me, that's one of my all-time favorite performances of an actor.
I haven't moved on from that because people till today, the first thing they mention when they meet me is that we loved you in Lutera. So I haven't been able to step away from that, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's a timeless film. We knew it when we were making it, and it was just purely magical. Now, the fate of a film at the box office really doesn't have anything to do with the fact whether it's a good film or a bad film. So we all are very, very, whoever was in the film, whoever was associated with the film, we know we made a beautiful film together. And the fact that I'm hearing about it 10, 12 years later, that's the first thing that people say to me. That's a huge compliment.
Yeah, because I think absolutely one of your many, many characters I absolutely love. Congratulations for Heeramandi, Sonakshi.
Thank you.
I think the road is just open and can't wait to see what's up next. We are going to keep Faridan with us for a while. We're not letting go of her so easily.
Yeah.
But again, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.